possible nightmare has came to fruition, allegedly, according to her, as Moriah Mills post a positive pregnancy test saying that she is pregnant with Zion Williamson's baby. He is the father, and she says he can DNA test her. This is a very serious problem for Zion Williamson. This man got a former stripper and possible scammer pregnant. And then now, that's the first baby mama. And then now he has a porn star pregnant. Um, hey, what can I say? The thought pockets, are still in business. And this is what happens, like I said, when you don't have no guidance. This is what happens. Whoever his father figure is failed him. For him to constantly find himself in these type of predicaments is just beyond me. I blame whoever his father figure is and whoever was around him. Like I said, for him to find himself, and this is a scandal. At the end of the day, this is a scandal because you got this chick posting stuff all on social media, threatening to release tapes. The only thing I could say for Zion Williamson, what he could do, Zion Williamson, and he has a case. If I'm Zion Williamson, when she, has the child, when it's proven if or isn't the child is his, what I would do if I'm Zion Williamson, if it's proven that the child is mine, I would sue her for custody. So therefore, no child support checks. Because she's proven that she possibly isn't stable as a person. And he has evidence to prove that she has stalker-like tendencies. But at the end of the day, Zion, wow. Out of all the people, you sat up there and impregnated somebody like her, a known porn star. And the funny thing is, she saw that Zion was naive. Yeah, well, Sean, she saw she saw Zion as a target. That lady is 32 years old. She a cougar, and to a certain degree, she a stalker. Even though Zion is over 21, she saw him as prey. She saw him as naive. Because at the end of the day, you look at her videos, her, you know what I'm saying, adult films, all her co-stars were white. I don't even think she really liked messing with black dudes. But she saw a target, she saw a mark in Zion, and she, you know what I'm saying, and she preyed on him. At the end of the day, he's a kid. He's a young man. And now he's stuck. Hopefully no more women come out talking about that they pregnant by him. Sean, I'm a take this even deeper. And I know this is going to bother some people. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like I said, it's amazing. It's this pressure. It's this pressure that's put on black men. Black men are ridiculed. They're shamed. They're, you know what I'm saying? They're put down because they tell black men that they have this obligation to be with and procreate with black women. Black women, these content creators accuse black men of not being loyal to black women. And when they come up on money, they don't want to deal with black women. Well, here's a prime example of why you can make that argument, why people don't want to deal with black women. You should expect this out of somebody that's non-black. But black women always hollering about how loyal they are to black men and how they're always the victim. But then here you go, you got at least two black women with questionable history. Well, it's not even a question about Moriah Mills' history, but then the other person, she's a alleged scammer. She's a stripper. She don't have a good background. Now I know some black women gonna come after me. I ain't worried about y'all. I ain't worried about y'all hoes. I stand on what I say. We sit up here. We sit up here and have these conversations. We hear black women, whining. And I'm not saying this about all black women because they do got some good black women out there. But you constantly hear these thoughts accusing black men. Oh, these athletes, they don't want to date us when they get rich and famous. We're loyal to our black men. Do you call this loyalty? You call this loyalty? Well, this should be a learning experience. If you only 24, this should be a learning experience. Man, if I'm man, at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna keep it 100. I know this may sound a little extreme. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm an NBA athlete, I'm telling you right now, anybody that mess with me, any woman that mess with me, um, it's gonna be contraceptives and it's gonna be plan B's. She can't leave unless she take a plan B. I'm telling you right. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. Hey, hey. I know I shouldn't say this, think tank, but I'm telling you right now. Hey, after we done, hey, that plan B will be sitting right on the table. And if she say I ain't taking no plan B, all you hear is the what you say? That it's just a joke, kinda. Hey, think tank, you got to be kind of careful, but I'm being serious, sarcastic at the same time. Oh, you don't want to take it, but but this is like, but for real, you guys, this ain't no laughing matter, man. Zion, whatever he do now, Zion got to get back on the court. A year in child support, and she gonna ask for child support. But yeah, I know you for the hey, yeah, I did heard about some of them women out there. We got to get past this stuff when a man say, "Hey, do you mind signing this NDA or SCC?" What you trying to say? What you trying to say? I'm this. What you saying? You don't trust me? Nope. No. No. We got to stop falling for that. All this. Oh, what type of person you saying I am? Nah, it ain't about you. It's about me protecting my assets. Look, at the end of the day, think tank, people gonna go into this season laughing at Zion Williamson behind his back. If I'm Zion, and there's already been rumors that basically the Pelicans is thinking about shopping him around. Like I said, if I'm Zion, and this is gonna be a distraction for me for him. If I'm Zion, man, like I said, I start writing some checks to these lawyers. I start shutting these ladies down because, like I said, Moriah Mills is a clout chaser, and that's just the bottom line. She's looking for a quick buck, and like I said before, yeah, they probably Sean, they probably are. At the end of the day, can you blame them? Can you blame them? That's real talk. And that's why sometimes I don't be trying to hear this stuff. And I had to say this. Like, black women supposed to be the exception. Y'all sit up there and say how much better y'all are and how y'all loyal to us and we need to give y'all a chance. And but look what's happening. You had one person take a picture of this dude while he was asleep. How could you even violate somebody like that? I mean, you kind of like at the end of the day, I mean, you can't really blame them because you keep finding yourself in this situation. But this is what I'm saying. This is why I keep trying to tell you guys, this is what's wrong with this new generation. You try to give them knowledge, they think they know everything. They think they have this entitlement and stuff. They feel like it's all about them. Just like if you look at these goofy pranksters and stuff that just go around pranking people and think that you just supposed to take it and laugh it off. It's just a prank, bro. Well, this left hook is for real. And in 5 minutes, they gonna be picking you up off the ground when you wake up. They just feel like they could do whatever they want. And at the end of the day, I used to listen to OGs. I used to listen to my uncle. I used to listen to, my stepdad for the most part. I used to listen to my brother. And I think it's time that us OGs, we got to start volunteering information. We got to start like talking to these dudes. And and it's a respectable way too. Just say, hey, can I talk to you? I just want to give you a word of advice. Because at the end of the day, us OGs, we failing this new generation. Because Zion shouldn't even find himself in this situation. Like I said, his stepdad completely failed him. His male counterparts failed him. But this is what I'm saying. This is what happens when you raised by, like I said, for the most part, where the woman is the head of the household. We have to step in. This is proof. This is proof. This ain't this ain't the 80s, the the 90s and the early 2000s where these chicks was just happy to know that they been in your presence. Nah, they figure with social media and all this kind of stuff, they can capitalize off this. And this is exactly what Moriah Mills is doing. Like I said before, she's so fake till it ain't even phony. And she's going to capitalize off this. Like I say, Zion is going to have to go after her. He going to have to go after everybody. And he going to have to put his front feet forward and defend himself. But like I said before, this is just real talk. Whoever his male role models was, whoever his father figures were, they failed him. They failed him. And the proof is in the pudding. Horrific. This is a horrific situation. I mean, for him to just be that careless. These dudes gotta you gotta school dudes, especially on certain type of women. These women be looking for a come up now. And unfortunately, Zion was a mark and he fell for it. I mean, but at the end of the day, I blame him, but then I blame his male role models. Who in the hell was his male role model? Like I keep saying, as older men, we got to talk to these youngsters. I know some of them is thick-headed and some of them think they know everything. But at the end of the day, listen, even if you try, if you have a room with 10 young men and you try to talk to them, if you could get one of them to heed the word that you saying, even though the numbers are not in your favor, you still did your part. Because guess what? That one may spread the knowledge to others. So at the end of the day, it can generate. It can expand. So don't feel bad. Like I said, if you, for every 10 you talk to, if you get one or two to heed the word and the knowledge that you've given them, because like I said, those two may take your info and your knowledge, and next thing you know, other dudes may pick up, because at the end of the day, it's up. It's up to us to save this new generation. We tried to kick back. I see this. We tried to kick back. We tried to let these dudes operate on their own, but they just proven that they can't function and operate on their own because they make bad decision after bad decision. And like I said, I know his stepdad. I think is some kind of preacher or something. And sometimes I don't even want to go into that. I don't want to go into that. No, I know, Stephen. It is hard to talk to some of these youngsters because some of them do think they know everything. But like I said, it's always gonna be one that's gonna listen. That's why I keep doing this stuff. I don't want to see nobody end up like what's going on with Zion, and let's just hope there isn't more. Let's just hope there isn't more because, like I said before, I could tell Zion probably was a dude. Cause he from where? Where is Zion from? He from North. Is Zion from North Carolina or South Carolina? Uh, I know he's some. I know he. Where is he from? Where Zion is where? What from where? North Carolina. Where is he from? I know he's okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, see, you have to understand. Sometimes when you come from them type of cities, they country cities. So you not gonna pick up some of the stuff that you gonna pick up. Let's just say you from Chicago, you from where I'm from, you from the Bay. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, we groom brothers to watch out for these type of chicks. We do. We people can sit up here and say, well, that's harsh, but we groom brothers to watch out for Moriah Mills and people like her. So when you from like a small town, a lot of times they don't be having no OGs out there. They don't be having, a lot of them is deeply into religion and stuff, and some of them just be on that Captain Saberhole stuff or be on that Steve Harvey stuff. Like I said, Steve Harvey is horrible. Like I said, Steve Harvey is horrible for dudes. And then I'm gonna tell you something else. That simp stuff that Dr. Umar Johnson was recently talking about, that black men need to do better. Listen, at the end of the day, ain't nobody falling for that. At the end of the day, the problem is we don't hold our women accountable, and we got to start holding our women accountable. Y'all are creating this, and y'all are part of the problem too. And I'm not bashing black women, but at the same time, y'all gonna have to take some of this blame. I'm not gonna no longer allow y'all to put everything on the black man. Them days is over with. And if y'all and if you think when we had these conversations that you just gonna talk over us and think that's gonna help you win the conversation, oh no, that's not gonna happen either. You gonna get shut down. Them days is over with. All this stuff putting it on black man. Like I said, this is why people think that Dr. Umar is a husband. All this stuff about, oh, the women is the prize, and they don't have to bring nothing to the table. They is the table. Well, I want a refund. Back to IKEA you go then. Back to IKEA you go. Real talk. Nah, if you the table, then could somebody hand me my receipt? Cause I need to take you back to wherever you came from. Cause you that cheap furniture you get at Walmart. You IKEA. I'm taking your ass back. Real talk. Well, Steffi, you gotta stand on your principle. How? Listen, us not where we got by not saying nothing. Where we got by not saying that. The problem is we don't say nothing, and then we get guilt tripped into not saying nothing. No, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Like I said before, we just have to take it. We're not allowed, like I said, ask yourself this. We the only ones, black men, we the only ones that's not allowed to defend ourselves. We the only ones that's not allowed to speak when something is did to us. Stop falling for them cliches about you being emotional and all this stuff and you being too sensitive. Because it's funny. Everybody else gets to defend themselves. The Hispanics get to defend themselves. The white man get to defend himself. We the only ones that's told, hey, turn the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? Read your Bible verse. And I'm not, making fun of religion and all that kind of stuff. Just ignore them. Oh man, you being too emotional. Like they only use that stuff towards us. And then it weakens us. It softens us up. Like I said, that's why you got these dudes that's why you got these dudes walking around with purses and nail polish and feminizing themselves and all that stuff. Man, get you a damn backpack, not no damn Merce. I ain't got no Merce. I got a damn backpack, a MCM at that one. I ain't walking around with no Merce. I ain't walking around with no fanny pack. Nah, I'm a man, and I'm gonna conduct myself like a man. And that's just real talk. At the end of the day, as black men, we got to stop being scared to voice our opinion. When we gonna get to the point where we say, who cares what you think? What it look like? No, real talk, brothers. What it look like us caring what some Mexican think or some Asian or some white man think? Oh, you guys are fuck y'all. And fuck your opinion. Like I said, dude, I'll be checking them when they be talking that stuff. They know not to come on my outlet talking that you guys are too sensitive stuff. Soon as you say something like that, I'm going to say something stupid too. Anybody that been on my channel know I'll be checking these outsiders when they come on my channel talking that stupid stuff. We ain't got to watch our tongue. Why we got, for real. This is why our men is in the predicament they in. We got to start telling them, hey, man, you look weird. And we got to start saying, hey, man, that's not a good look. Ain't nothing wrong. Hey, listen, our manhood and masculinity is in jeopardy. They trying to take it away. We the only ones that they push certain stuff towards. They make us shameful if we want to walk around and maybe I shouldn't use that term, wife beater shirts. We the only ones that get shamed. I'll give you an example. I know there was this situation with, what is that dude's name? That youngster, the light-skinned dude who affiliated with Snoop. I know he kissed that chick that called herself, who always bragging about how good her box is, and he kissed her on the cheek, and all hell broke loose where they tried to make it look like he a pervert and all this stuff. And he just kissed her on the cheek. And he apologized immediately. And I think they tried to blow it out of proportion by trying to portray him as some kind of predator and stuff. But the funny thing is, don't y'all remember a few years ago when that, you know what I'm saying, when that alternative lifestyle person tried to kiss Genuine, and guess who they attacked? And Genuine was like, oh, you're phobic and all that kind of stuff. Which he had the right to say, nah, that's not me. I'm not into that. You do you. And that's what I'm saying. We get shamed for everything. We got to stop letting everybody shame us, from our women in our community to other people. Like I said, we should never care what no outsiders think. Oh yeah, yeah. And by the way, that song YK Osiris, that song Applying Pressure, that song was fire. That song was fire. See, nobody wants to bring that up. They tried to shame him. And he did nothing wrong. So we can't have a preference. Yeah, Sukihana. Now she sells herself on how good her box is, but then all of a sudden, oh my God, he tried to kiss me on the cheek. Like, man, get out of here. Well, what did Stephen? What did Terrence Howard say? Well, Sean, yeah, that's your right. Well, I don't let no black women shame me. I'm past that point. I'm gonna say what need to be said. All this stuff about, oh, you're this and you're. Listen, listen. Um, it's time to it's time to have ice water in your veins when it comes to certain things, and you gonna have to stand on for real. You're gonna have to stand on stuff. We can't be allowed to be shamed anymore, and that's just real talk. That lady is straight up. That lady is stalking him. She's bullying him, and like I said before, ain't nobody said nothing. Yeah, she sure did, and I think he was underage too. I'm gonna say this, Chase, about Cynthia G. Any woman that continued to get advice from Cynthia G, who got knocked up by a nigga who I think is in jail now, who had multiple kids by multiple women, including non-black women, the very person that she told black women to stay away from. Anybody that listens to Cynthia G at this point, something is seriously wrong with you. Cynthia G is so full of it. Cynthia G talk all this stuff about black men, but black men was the ones that put her on, including Dr. Boyce Watkins, Phil, a couple of other people. She wouldn't even be who she is or get where she was if she wouldn't have got her start being around Dr. Boyce Watkins. At the end of the day, Cynthia G is a cornball. Nobody's scared of that bitch, and you can send this video to her. I double dare her to say something about me. I will destroy her. So if any of her cronies, tell her to please. Like I said, at the end of the day, she laughable. Ain't nothing authentic about her. She walk around with those cheap nails. She wear that cheap makeup. And to a certain degree, she look like a drag queen. She wear her makeup like a drag queen. She wears those ridiculous cheap $5 swap meet wigs. Oh yeah, please let her say something. Yeah, you can send this to her too. So anybody that listen to Cynthia G, and I used to like Cynthia G, she another person that's smart and stupid at the same time. So nobody worried about Cynthia G. This is the same, like I said, once she said that, oh, if you get pregnant by a black man or something, or if you having a boy, you should abort it. That should tell you all you need to know about her. Say what you want to say. This is just real talk. When she sit up there and let white dudes come on her show talking about black men, like I said, at the end of the day, she paid. She get paid to do that. Somebody paying her to do that. So she already showed that she was a sellout. So like I said before, anybody that take Stephen, just send me the link and I'll check it out. Maybe I'll do a video about it because this is my this is what I do. But yeah, like I said, man, Cynthia G, nobody should take Cynthia G serious. The funny thing was she was talking, and then that stuff she said about Kevin Samuels, that should just tell you all you need to know about her. At the end of the day, a lot of people was talking this stuff about Kevin Samuels, but they wouldn't call the man's show. Kevin Samuels told her to call in, but she wouldn't call in. And I loved it when she got checked by Professor Black Truth. So yeah, like I said, and as far as Dr. Umar Johnson go, Dr. Umar Johnson, he needs to stop talking that stuff, man. Because like You got to stop giving them a way out. And see, that's why they go to him. You need to talk to us like Dr. Umar Johnson. No, we don't. Y'all notice I stopped saying that black queen stuff and all that stuff because they don't call us kings. I ain't saying that my mocha goddess. Man, I don't do that no more. Y'all know I used to talk like that, but then when I started seeing how they would be addressing us, calling us Dusties and all that kind of stuff, and that's why if anybody Dusty is Cynthia G. She got knocked up by a Dusty. She the one that went cross country dick chasing. So, like I said before, nobody's scared of Cynthia G or her cronies or none of her you know what I'm saying, estrogen filled bitch boys that follow her. Y'all niggas can get it too. Man, they tried to cancel Kevin. They tried to cancel Kevin Samuels so many times. They tried to, like I said, I'm gonna just be honest with you. A lot of these niggas, these simps and these Captain Saber holes and these pathetic poor excuses for women, they were just jealous of Kevin Samuels because Kevin Samuels not only made an impact just on black people, but he had white people stealing his talking points, non-blacks using a lot of his talking points, and then he had over 1 million subscribers, and he got it quick. Where it took people like Cynthia G like 5 years to get a 100,000. This man had over 1 million subscribers. This man, every time that man did a live stream, he made probably at least in super chats, he was making like 5 racks. So the man was making money and people was just jealous of Kevin Samuels. And that's just the bottom line. Like I said, I didn't agree with everything he said, but he made a lot of good points. And like I said, he helped break that spell. And you and baby daddy number 5, he broke that spell. And that's why a lot of people hated him. And like that video last week, where dude was talking about he had died for the P. Saying